Good morning, everybody. Happy Halloween, and welcome back to Old School Scares. Today, for Halloween, we are going to talk about Trick or Treat, one of my favorite horror anthology movies of all time with my buddy Sam. This movie took a long time to get made and to get put out. It was a labor of love for director Michael Dougherty, and I think it's one of the best horror anthologies ever made. I absolutely love this movie, so I'm so happy to end our 31 days of Halloween movie reviews talking about Trick or Treat. This movie's just a great movie, right? It came out in 2007. Michael Dougherty has an interesting career, a huge success as a writer. Hasn't done a ton as a director, but he did do this and Krampus, and I will review Krampus around the holidays, around Christmas. This movie's an hour and 40 minutes long. A series of stories kind of all intertwined together, with Sam as kind of our wraparound character that's bringing the whole mythology to life. This movie has a great cast: Anna Paquin, Dylan Baker, Brian Cox, Quinn Lord, Leslie Bibb. I mean, just a great cast of characters throughout the movie. And the movie takes place in one town on Halloween night, and it's basically the people celebrating the holiday, but disrespecting parts of the holiday. And there's a lot of really cool scenes in this movie. As I go through, again, I don't want to spoil this movie for you. If you haven't watched Trick or Treat, please go in and watch it. It's an hour and 40 minutes. There's a lot of great scenes together. And there's just so many cool characters in the movie, and it's cool how they all kind of intertwine together. The only thing I will tell you that's a little crazy in this movie, and it's what they do in a lot of these movies, like when people have, like a town has a Halloween party, man, these people like lose their mind, and it's thousands of people. I've grown up in a pretty major area in Boston. There's never been a situation where we've had anything even close to some version of that for anything. Even like St. Paddy's Day, where all the Irish people lose their mind in Boston and have these crazy big parades, isn't anything like the Halloween situation in this. But as a Halloween fan, it's my dream to live in a town that has that level of love for Halloween. It's so cool and such a ton of fun. This movie, again, the wraparound stories are pretty cool. It starts out with Leslie Bibb's character and her husband coming back from a Halloween party, and her starting to take down the decorations, blowing out the pumpkin before midnight, which is a no-no, which kind of gets her a visit from Sam in the first kill in the movie. We get into the town principal, who, you realize, you come to find out, and there'll be some spoilers in this review, you come to find out he's like a serial killer. And he's, you think he's going to kill his son, and he doesn't. So that's a pretty interesting scene. I'll let you watch that one and see how it plays out. You get into Brian Cox's character, who is, a bus driver who hates Halloween, kind of the curmudgeon-y old guy that lives next to Dylan Baker's character. And, he doesn't want the kids around, he doesn't want the town. You come to find out that he was involved with some pretty, shady, heinous stuff years ago as a bus driver with some special needs kids. And then there's kind of the story of the kids in the town that pick on this young girl who actually knows everything about Halloween, is super passionate around it, and knows everything about these pumpkins. All those stories are cool. And then you get to the final story, which is kind of the werewolf story, that kind of brings everything all together with Anna Paquin's character. And again, I won't ruin that for you too. It does tie the characters back together. And I think, again, it's a very well done story. The stories all wrap up well together. They really do play very respectfully in the realm of Halloween, which I absolutely love. I think that's my favorite part, is they respect the source material and do a great job with it. I'm thinking about the scariest scene in the movie. There's a few scenes that are pretty good. I would say the scene that I didn't see coming, and again, a spoiler, would be that werewolf scene where Dylan Baker's character attacks Anna Paquin's character, bites her with vampire teeth, and they're fake. And you just kind of see a character in that red cloak come flying into this group of people, and you realize it's Dylan Baker's character, and his leg is broken, and that he's been brought into this group of female werewolves that are gonna, feed that night. And you just see that kind of terror in his eyes. There's a bunch of other really cool scenes. The scene with Brian Cox and the Sam character is really cool as well. So again, just a great iconic, horror movie. One of my favorites. I told you, one of my couple of cheat movies from the 31 Days of Halloween on Old School Scares, because it's, post 2000. But I think it's a throwback to the great old anthology horror movies like the Creep Shows of the world, and it does a great job. It's one of my favorites. So thank you for checking us out all these 31 days. Happy Halloween. Please have a great and safe night. What we'll be doing in the future is probably one movie review per week, to give you some new stuff that we can talk about, maybe a little more in depth. Something in the 8 to 10 minute range. We'll go a little deeper into the movies. But if you haven't had a chance to do so far, please hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate everyone that checks us out. We hope you have a great, safe Halloween. Stay scary, and we'll talk to you soon.